Hi, LinkedIn. It has been some time. So, I wanted to come on here and tell you guys about something new, something different, something in my personal life. So, this, I don't know if you recognize it from all the other videos I have ever done. This is not my house. This is not Princess Palace, as I would refer to it. This is a temporary apartment. And that's what I came on here to tell you about. I'm going to be doing a series of kind of videos and interviews and some articles for a company called Comodo. And they rent out these kind of temporary apartments for various different reasons. So beginning of this year, it was about February. My landlord reached out to me, right? And it had come to my attention that there was some work going on in the building. And in particular, they came to measure whether there was dampness in my hallway and bathroom. A few days, about a week later, I get a phone call from my landlord, and he says, "How soon?" First he asked me if anyone's talked to me, right? And I'm like, no one's told me nothing. And then he says, "How soon can you move out of your house?" And I think it was like a Monday morning, and my work laptop and my phones are binging off the hook, and I'm like, what? Like, wait, what? And basically, long story short, there was water damage on a apartment on the 5th floor, and it had come down to the 3rd floor, mine, and I had water damage in my hallway and my bathroom. And we long ago, my family had like another apartment in the city, but not anymore. So there's nowhere else like with family that I could move into. So I'm like, okay, let me get into it. And I'm like, how soon would you like me to move out? And he's like, as soon as possible, so that they could come do the repairs. So I was clueless. I don't know if anyone else in Finland, I'm sure there's others have been in that situation, but I had never been in a rental apartment where there's they're going to come do work and you got to get out of there as soon as possible. So I called my insurance company, and insurance explains to me that they have 2 partners, and the first one they mentioned is Comodo. And they look on Comodo, see if there's something you like, and then contact Comodo, and then they would then I choose an apartment, and then I have to get approval from the insurance company, and that they'll cover the 85% over what my normal rent would be. Okay, so this is all stressful. This is on a Monday morning. I'm in between meetings. Everything's ringing off the hook. I'm stressed out of my mind, and I'm like, oh my God. But I go from chaotic mode to problem solver pretty fast. So then I found an apartment. Thank God Comodo had an apartment. Literally, this is 1 kilometer from where I usually live. Perfect size, big enough for me and my 2 cats. A balcony, a glassed balcony, so the girls would be, they would be entertained. Let's say that when you're moving animals, of course, you want something that is, you want them to be happy, so you don't want to inconvenience the animals. So I called them, and they said, yes, that's available. And I said, can you please hold that for me? And then I emailed insurance, connected the 2, and insurance approved it pretty quickly. And 3 days later, I believe, I packed a bunch of my stuff, and as you can see, just a few stilettos, and I moved to Comodo Apartments. That's what I came on here to tell you about. And the thing is, I became curious. I wrote my story for them. And once I was writing it, I became curious about other people's stories. It's not every day you learn about temporary apartments and what it's like and go through this process. And how would you know how to go about it or anything unless somebody tells their story, right? You all know me, avid storyteller here. So I told my story. And then I thought about it, and I was like, I wonder who else is living here. And they are actually very interesting people. I haven't got to meet them yet or interview them. But one of their biggest clientele groups is actually people relocating to Finland. And then they've gone out of their way to help them. One of my favorite things about Comodo is that every time I've moved, and I have moved plenty, I've had to go out of my way, to go pick up the keys. Comodo, they had someone drop them off. I don't think I was even home. They got my, I told them my address, my door code. They had someone come in my building all the way upstairs and drop me off these 2 keys and this little welcome letter and everything. And that was nice. Because when you get thrown with this kind of, I like to call black swan event, you want everything else to be simple. And that's what Comodo does. They make things simple. And yeah, so that's my story. There will be my article coming out at some point, and I'll share that with you all too. And stay tuned for the stories of other Comodo residents. As well as I will be showing this apartment in another video.